Hello, everyone. We're gonna look at 16.9 today. First thing, all right. So this is published October 25th, so last week. And all right, so rename almost all the blocks from the editor. Oh, that's a good question. Ooh, that's a really good question. Gutenberg versions in 6.4. No, so it looks like versions in WordPress. It looks like 16.2 to 16.7. We'll get into that. Here, I'll drop this in here. This is a great resource and one that I always forget exists. Basically shows you what is going to go and where. So 16.2 to 16.7 will make it into WordPress 6.4. So this will not be part of it, which is a thing. All right, cool. So back to what we're doing here. Rename almost all blocks from the editor. After successful implementation of renaming group blocks in 16.7 and feedback that the feature should be opened up, version 6.9 lets you rename nearly every block. A bonus for this feature is that the theme authors can use this to add label blocks to their templates and patterns. There's a label block. Oh, sorry. Can use this to label blocks in their templates and patterns. So let's look at that. So So let's add a paragraph block. This is a paragraph. That's what I'm writing there. Going here. Nope, sorry, here. So rename paragraph the first. Cool. It's awesome. Very custom blocks too. Good question. Really good question, Kev. I don't know. Do I have any custom blocks on here? Let me do we have any custom blocks? This whole thing's about custom blocks. Let's go activate. We'll come back over here. We're gonna update this. We're gonna refresh this page. Uh-oh. What did I do? I broke something. I'm gonna just deactivate that plugin again. Deactivate. Let's activate CodeBlock Pro because I know that one won't have any crap in it. Let's look. Okay, so we're gonna put a little CodeBlock Pro in there. All right, so this is gonna be console log Kevin. All right, let's look in here. CodeBlock, boom, rename Kevin. Nice. There you go. So that's a custom block by our. I've got more good questions lined up. Good, Kevin. Bring them on. So we can do that. Now this may be also put in 16. You know, it's probably not in 16.7, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Default renaming setting is true. Oh, Aki, how are you? I haven't seen you in a bit. Thanks for hanging out, man. Cool. All right, so that's that. So what is this saying? So there's a few blocks that can't be renamed. There's the core block, template part, pattern, and navigation. But it looks like the majority of these things can be renamed, which is really cool for those of us that use lots and lots of blocks. All right, duplicate and rename patterns and more. Pattern management is getting a lot of nice feature additions. For individual patterns, you can now rename or duplicate them. All right, let's look at that. So patterns in appearance editor, patterns. I have so I can, we don't need more than one Kevin pattern. So what did it say I could do there? Nope. Rename or duplicate them. Okay, so we can rename this. Rename. Kevin is a guy. All right, and then we can duplicate. Very cool. There he is. Hi, Kev. That's pretty awesome. These little convenience things. I mean, this isn't a little convenience thing, but these sort of things are just so nice and slick and just make building so much easier. I love it. You can also rename or delete pattern categories directly from the user interface. You can? What? What are the categories? How do you do that? Do I have categories set up? Patterns? Manage all of my pattern? Nope. Oh, pattern categories. How do I? Kevin. Everything is Kevin on this stream. It's a bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, so we got Kevin. So how do I rename this? Oh, up here. Oh, cool. All right, I can't do that. Featured, footers, Kevin, posts, categorized. So it looks like custom ones directly from the user interface. That's very nice. All right, so you had to create a pattern category here. What's this? Create pattern. Very nice. So I have a Kevin one in here. We're gonna call this. Custom. Whatever. Patterns. Boom. Sweet. Very cool. I like that. Okay. Gutenberg 16.9 also introduces two new media categories: audio, video. This should help better organize patterns by media type. Oh, that's interesting. So. Create a pattern. Oh, there we go. So we can go say audio, right? Test songs. So bad at naming things. Yeah, sure. That's great. Awesome. Okay, so save. Save. Yeah. Go back to my patterns. So we've got audio in here now. That's really cool. All right, cool. I like it. What was the other one? It was audio and video. That's cool. Oh, okay. Other notable highlights. The dimensions design tool is much improved. The template part block now falls back to the current theme if there is no theme attribute provided. A ton of CSS level 4 viewport relative units are now supported for more flexible controls over various sizing options. What? Allow CSS level 4 viewport relative units. Do I even, what? Viewport relative CSS level 4 units. These units are not exposed anywhere by default. It's not in, but if you ever notice about by theme JSON, they should be available. All of these units have good browser support and will allow designers to build more versatile interfaces. We should not expose for these. Okay. So I don't know what any of this stuff is. Oh, these things. Okay. Right. Small, large, dynamic viewport units. That's cool. All right, that's a cool thing. Kevin, you said you had more questions, man. Lay them on me, brother. Get to direction now returns pagination totals and returns data. Oh, that's handy. That's pretty cool. This is probably something that we'll want to use. No example though, unfortunately. So let's see what actually gets spit out here. What do we got? All right, let's look at the changes here. There's a lot, but this is the sort of thing that we need. Okay, where is this? Returns. Wait, so what? So this is a new get entity records total items and get entity records total pages. So those are selectors. So how do we use them? Supports pagination true. This is not what I was expecting. Use entity records. Okay, so resolution status. You select total pages, total things. So records, total items, total. Oh, I see what we're doing here. Okay, so it does return the total items, and it returns the total pages, and then it returns everything else. So in get entity records, what did that returns some other stuff in there, does it not? Where's my because we use get entity records all the time here, all the time, because it's a fantastic entity record. So yeah, let's see if we can find it. So we got pages, large. Okay. I'm gonna just do to do in the wrong place for this? What's going on? I think I looked in the wrong place, maybe. Core data, that's I think what I'm looking for. There we go. Returns, oh, here we go. Returns the number. Oh wait, sorry. This is what I was working entity. This is so not helpful in any way. Oh boy. Okay. Well, it's going to return, according to this. Where am I now? This thing. According to this, it's going to return the records, which is what we would expect anyways. But it usually returns some other things. There's like you know, has resolved. There's some booleans in there. So now we're prepending a couple of items ahead of that, which is pretty helpful, I think. Because this is the same as, you know, when you do a WP query and you get like the pagination count and the total. I wonder though, is there a way to turn it off? Because like when you call it, I'm not sure if this will matter, but if you wanted to have a more efficient query in WP query, you used to turn off like pagination, right? Because if you didn't need to know how many pages there were and how many total records there were, you could turn that off in your query, which would make your query run faster because you don't have to do all those joins and all that extra math, right? So I'm wondering how that gets handled. Like in the call, which is where it's just doing a use select. Oh, so it's doing a second. Okay, well, interesting. I'd like to play with that a little bit. I think it's there could be some use cases where that would be helpful, but it's also use cases where it might be overkill. I think in this guy's opinion, introduce the transformer property. Oh, this one was mine. This one I'm very excited about. Let's see. So I'm just gonna nerd out here for a minute. So the idea here is that, and this is actually live now. So if you're using Create Block and you're using external templates for Create Block, this is already in the package. So you don't have to wait for Gutenberg to use it. But the idea here is that we have a function that allows us to basically take all of the values that would be passed to all of the templates and modify them as needed, right? Is there an award for? I think you're right, Kev. I think you're right, Kevin. Kevin, you're awesome. That's right, Kevin. You're the best. There is not an award, but if there was, it would probably be one that Kevin did because he's smarter than I am. Anyhow, so the idea of this is like basically you can do whatever you want to do to any of the values. Now that it's a bit sort of high level. It's very low level, unfortunately. But for example, we're working on some stuff where what I want to do is I want to generate a random hex code value, and I want to pass it to the slug and take whatever the slug value is that I put in and then append that, but use it in multiple places. So this transformer idea allows you to do that, and it's very powerful. But yeah, so it means you can do some pretty interesting things, I think. But anyways, so that's we're working on a new Gutenberg examples repository right now, which is going to be much more robust than the one that currently exists. It's not quite ready for prime time yet, but we're using this to be able to do some tricksy things where we have a hex ID that is associated with each examples, which means we never have to worry about naming conflicts and things like that. But that's what that is. Anyways, so the rest of these aren't nearly as cool, but we'll go through them anyways. Data views. Yes, examples. Yes, examples. There's some examples coming. Once it's sort of ready, Flex, I'm gonna be banging that drum everywhere I go, and everyone is gonna know about it. But we will have some cool examples. The majority of the stuff that we've been streaming on this channel with like the cookbook style stuff is all gonna end up in there, almost guaranteed. Cool. Anyways, so we got enable users to sort by date. So this is data views. I don't know if you're aware of the data views thing. So the experiment me update that. So go into experiments, and you can enable. Oh yeah, admin views, and we're gonna do this test connections as well. So I forget where to get there now. Editor and pages. So this is not the one I'm looking for. How do you get there? I can't remember how to get there now. Just like pages. What? Where is the thing? Pages? Maybe is it in here? No. Thought it was in the editor. But there's basically a way of looking at the pages. Please click Manage All Pages. Where do you click? Where's that? I don't see manage. Oh, is it in the editor? I'm glad you're here, because you know somebody would need to know. Manage all pages. There we go. So this is what we call the data views, and this is like a first iteration of how things are going to look. So we could do grid layout. Now I don't have much fun stuff going on here, like a featured image, but sort by, do all this kind of stuff. But there's a lot of really good work being done to sort of reimagine the editorial, the WP admin, and this is what that is. So not in there. So in here we have enable users to sort by the date, so we can sort by date. There we go. Right. So stuff like that. This is very, very powerful. There's a lot of really great work being done here. I saw some really cool examples of like different views, or sorry, different layouts that are really, really neat. Cool. Enable block naming support. Well, we've seen that one. Enhancements. Add block specific commands as contextual suggestions. Oh, that's interesting. Currently have suggested commands based on context. Like if you're viewing a page in the site editor, you'll see a contextual command to edit the template before searching for commands. It'd be nice. Block specific commands. So if you're opening a command palette with a block selected, we don't need to. Oh, that's neat. Okay, and so then there's that's not it. Where's this? Then this must be the PR for it. That's a cool idea. So you search the thing. Oh, okay, cool. So if you're selecting a block, so if I go to my post, so if I open, I have nothing selected, so I just opened the command palette and whatever, go toggle. So that's that. So now if I get this selected and I do the same, no. How do I do that? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So now that's showing me, to duplicate or whatever. That's cool. So I had to hit. I'm on a Mac, so Command K twice to get that to pop up. But I quite like that. I think that's very, very cool. Really? What's the plugin? Send me the link. Send us the link. We'll install it right now and play with it. Oh, get out of here. Okay, cool. So that's cool. It's literally called Command Palette Tools. I love it, Kevin. All right. Let me get through the rest of this, and then we'll play around with that. Components, tabs. Okay, composable tabs panel. V2. Interesting. That might be something that we may want to play around with at some point. Building stuff. Tabs, props, tab list. Interesting. That's good to know. Okay, get out of here. Let's confirm dialog. TS unit test storybook. Remove padding. Gradient picker. Migrate composite component from re. Okay. Kevin is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. I'm so glad he's here. This is the Ryan and Kevin stream. You know that, right? If it wasn't for Kevin, we would have no good code on this stream ever. Cool. Okay, so we've looked at all this pattern stuff, which is really neat. Block editor. Somebody's buzzing. Anyways. Okay, cool. Improve editor plugin. Oh, ooh. Oh my God, do we have a new slot fill? Do we have a new slot fill? That's amazing. That makes me super happy. We got another extension point. So how does this work? Introduce plugin post excerpt slot. So where does this go? This pure. Okay, so extend the post excerpt panel. Random. Oh, okay. I have to rewrite my talk now. Yep. Or I just have to add another one. So this is the edit post. So where does that go? Let's see what we can do here. I don't have any code open, but so post excerpt slot. So if I go into here, and does this have? So it must go in here. It must go in here somewhere. But we can see what that looks like right now. Well, Visual Code, Visual Studio Code. What do we got here? Nope, that's not it. That's my Twitch bot. That's my Twitch stream. And let's see. AQL extension. We'll just put that one in. Why not? In there. Plug in. Ugh, why is it so slow? All right, index. So I need to input. I need to pull in. It'll be what? Import. It'll be plugin. I gotta look at the example here. Where'd that go? Nope. Nope. This one. Plugin post excerpt. Okay. From that WordPress. Won't be scripts. It'll be editor, I guess. Edit post. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And I'm gonna just take this example right here, and I'm gonna just drop it into here. And oh, I have to build this. I got to build. I gotta build that. Opening the turret. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Yeah, fine. Okay, so come over here now. Plugins. Install plugins. Extension AQL. I'm gonna add Kevin's new extension. Command palette tools. There he is. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna activate that. All right, so if we come back here now to our posts, and we're gonna look at this, and I look at the excerpt. Maybe just make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. Sources, I should have. Oh, yeah. Cool extension, plugins. Yeah, it should be right there. Did I pull it in from the wrong place? Oh, that's standby. I probably need to actually. I'll activate my plugin as well. Maybe that'll change some stuff. I think I got some errors in there. I was trying to extend. What? What? Okay. What am I doing here? Edit. Post. No, edit. Post. I wonder if it's not exposed yet or something. Yeah, I don't even see it there. Plugin. Oh, it's called experimental post. I bet you that's why. Okay. Okay, that'll probably work. It's probably experimental, so it's not been exposed by until it gets into core, or I don't even know. I didn't even know. There it is. So it works. That's awesome. That's great. That's another little extension point. Very excited about that. Very excited. Get rid of my extension thing. Okay, cool. So sorry for watching me fight through that. Must have been painful. What's next? Okay, we got a little thing. Use hooks instead of high or quote. It's great. Design tools. Yep, talked about that one. Change all entry. Okay, aspect ratio. Data views. I dropped down with actions and headers. Okay, that's cool. Update full screen icon. Link format. Site editor. Add custom template modal to use. Okay. Update consent string views. Okay. Core data. Retrieve paginations totals in the get entity records call. That's cool. We already kind of talked about that one. That's really neat. Bunch of bug fixes in the block library, in the site editor. Activity API's got a whole bunch of cool stuff coming. Components, patterns, HTML, directive processor filling it up here. This is going to be very cool. So you've heard of the tag processor. There's also an HTML processor that's still sort of in its. I'm going to say it's infancy, but it's pretty advanced for its infancy, but it's coming and it's very cool. Widgets editor, data layer, layout, history, block directory. Anything cool in here? Accessibility. Always a good thing to be doing, accessibility. So experiments, add block library experiment. Okay. Oh, is there forms? Sorry, I'm looking at this one. Experiments. Make form blocks as experimental blocks JSON. Update the experimental blocks. Introduce experimental form and input blocks to allow building basic block forms. So I wonder if we go into our experiments here, if there's form and input blocks. Cool. So I'm not gonna play around with that too much because I don't really know what that does. But that's pretty cool stuff. This connections thing is like the beginnings of like a Fields API, which is super cool. Yes. Components, site editor, documentation, all kinds of documentation stuff. That's good news. Code quality. Data layer, Gutenberg plugin, type scripting. That's funny. Tests. Migrate post title block end-to-end test to playwright. That's cool. I'm very excited to get into doing some more testing. I want to put that on my list. I'm going to try to do that maybe in the next couple of streams. Looking at end-to-end tests for playwright. Yeah. Build tooling, all that stuff. First time contributors. Oh, there's a PR right there. So who do we got? Who do we got in here that we know? Let's see. Anyone? Can you read that okay? Oh man, I should zoom that in. So we got I'm gonna make sound effects there every time. Oh, Aki, that's you, isn't it? Tiamato. Oh, I'm in there, yay. Wonderbart, that's a great name. You know Riyadh. Yeah, we know who Riyadh is. Cool. So that's it. That's everything. There's a lot in there. I had some pretty exciting little things that kind of fly under the radar. So the use entity records thing I think is pretty cool. Got a new slot, which I'm very excited about. It won't make it into 6.4, unfortunately, but it will get there. It'll get there. Cool. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content on WordPress development. You can also join me live every Thursday at 10:30 Eastern on Twitch. Check the description for the link.